All right, welcome back, everyone, as we're live here from the Trojan Trench for the Triton Invitational as Triton and Culver get ready to face off here in that last game. LaVille won 2-1 and went to a third set where they won and defeated Culver as they're going to go back-to-back here. Triton earlier this morning played Argus and won in 2 sets. It's been a busy morning. Of course, I'm Andy O'Hara alongside the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler and Danny O'Hara joining me this morning.
Hello.
Still awake?
Yeah.
That's good. Orion's going to, scoreboard must have went down, so we'll get that fixed here. See if I can slide over here. So along that front row for Triton, you'll have Lena Dahl, Madeline Dahl, and Morgan Feldman with Yates. Veers, and Kinsey Atkins, the libero, on the back row for Triton. On the front row for Culver, you're going to have Lucy Overmeyer, Avery Garland, and Bryn Burnt. As Culver will serve, just clears the net. As Feldman answers. Ryan's going to go down and try to get the scoreboard working. What do you see out there, Danny?
I can see the Triton girls are winning so far.
You can talk, have confidence. You can talk and see what you see out there. You'll get it.
I think Triton girls are winning so far.
Madeline Dahl sends it across. And a point there for Culver. Scoreboard, we're still trying to get working down there. As Overmeyer will serve for Culver. I'll do 2 things at once here. Yates will get it across. And Triton gets the point there as they lead 2-1. Culver looking to answer, blocked up front there by Hensley. So kind of to the top of the net. Lena Dahl back to serve again. 3-1's our score. Dahl serve goes back row. Tipped by Overmeyer. That one goes out of bounds. I don't know, but I'm getting caught over here. I'm trying to do 2 things. It's back on. It's working. What's right here? Morgan Feldman with a strong hit to the back row, and Culver can't quite adjust. It's 5-1 now. I can't do 2 things at once. No, you're going to have to step. Okay. So Lena Dahl back to serve. Yeah, you want to be off? Okay. Dahl setting up. Addison Veers who tips it across. Sieber gets it across now. Feldman hits down to the net. Did you get it? Oh, you got it working? Okay. Just making sure. There's Garland now to serve. Dahl plays it off the net, and Addison Veers with the heads-up play. Blocked by Veers. Jolie Groves now to serve for Triton. He's had a good season thus far serving the volleyball. Had a good season all the way around. And Sieber gets it across. Kinsey Atkins answers. And Yates comes in with the left hand, tips it across, but goes out of bounds. a lot harder to run the camera and broadcast as I thought it would be. It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Burnt gets that one across. Of course, Culver showed a lot of heart in that last match. Not going away. Came back strong in the second set. Really well coached. Kinsey Atkins with a dig, and Triton can't quite recover. And Sieber now back to serve. Yates with a swing. Starnell was back there, but I think we're going to get a double hit call. And it is for Culver. And lean it all, rotate into the front row. Kinsey Atkins' serve goes into the net. Megan Pearl now to serve. Oh, out of bounds. Overmeyer's hit the line on the back row. Good hit there for Overmeyer. It's Culver looking strong here in this first set. That one just tipped the net. Madeline Dahl gets it across. Burnt goes through, swung through the block. Burnt's hit goes out of bounds to the left there. As Chloe Dante checks in. And Madeline Dahl back to serve. Some good serves in that first match against Arkansas. Can't quite clear the net there. Overmeyer back to serve for Culver. And she'll get it back across. Dahl sets up Addison Veers, who swings through, and the kill shot there for Addison Veers. Lean it all back to serve. Burnt swings through the block. Nice job by Morgan Feldman to keep her heads up. Lean it all now to serve again. Triton leading 12-7 here in this first set. Strong swing there for Avery Garland. Is the block knocked strong enough? And she'll go back to serve. Garland serves as Kinsey Atkins. Dahl sets up Macy Hensley. And she'll get that one to drop. Find an empty spot in the zone there. And Jolie Groves checks in as she'll go back to serve. One of 6 seniors here for Triton. Pearl had to play that one up close to the net. She'll rotate around here to the near side as Yates with the approach, tipped up front by Pearl, but goes out of bounds. She just kind of said right there, and Coach Andrea Burnt letting her know, said she knew what she did. She timed the block perfectly. Just couldn't quite get it to work in her favor. Sieber goes to the back row to Madeline Dahl. As Yates now will get it across. Culver rotating well on their side as Addison Veers goes to the back row. A double hit coming from Chloe Dante. Second double hit for Culver here in this first set. Triton getting the point there. Seen a bunch of former volleyball players here today in last season's team. Abby Veer's in the house. Jalen Bulis is in the house. And the Trojan's going to cross underneath the net. Bren Burnt back to serve now. Addison Veers winds up and gets it across. Triton trying to keep it alive, but can't quite adjust. And Culver hits double digits. Kinsey Atkins on the return there. Macy Hensley gets it across. Saber with the strong hit back to Kinsey Atkins. Yates winds up, goes back. Rowe Burnt was there to answer. Sieber gets it across. Addison Veers goes back to that far corner, but Darnell couldn't quite adjust. Addison Veers with an ace. That one just tipped the top of the net. Can't imagine that's an easy one to read. You awake over there running the camera?
Yeah.
You're doing better than me. I was starting to fall asleep running the camera. Quit talking and went to sleep. Back-to-back aces for Addison Veers. Although it's amazing, I slept more than 3 hours last night, so we're doing good. It's a first for the week. Overmeyer answers. Pearl with the left hand. Allendahl tries to catch the defense napping, but some good communication going on here on the Culver side. Yates. Nice play there by Taryn Yates to disguise the hit and went with a finesse shot and just dropped it right over top of the block. Addison Veers back to service. Triton hits the 20-point mark. Pizer hit goes out of bounds. Triton now 4 points away. Denham will check in.
Oh, I guess I just realized they got those banners up and they're not falling off.
Gorilla tape. That hit goes in the net. Allendahl was there just in case. I didn't seriously give him Gorilla tape. And the serve for Veers goes in the top of the net. As Lauren Snyder looks to check in for Addison Veers, as Overmeyer will check back in. Danny's back on her iPad. And an ace for Culver. Sieber now to serve. Ace on her last one. Allendahl gets it across. Burnt on up. Here comes Overmeyer. Swings into the block, and the block not strong enough as Overmeyer sent it right through. Up off the backboard. Kinsey Atkins got up to Madeline Dahl. Pizer swings into the block. Culver adjusts well. A double hit on the big blue slam.
Well, we're live now.
Oh, we weren't live?
Nope.
Oh, hey.
I was recording it.
Oh, well. And Yates swings through the block there.
Tech support evidently ain't on.
He must be sleeping in. Atkins drops out, and good job to pull the defender over this way. A double hit on Culver. Set point now for the Trojans. Atkins serves a little too strong, trying to push the defense back. Pearl's serve goes deep back to the far side corner. Yates rolls it across, and that'll do it for the first set. Triton wins 25-15. Like we said, a lot of moving parts there. That's why we didn't quite have that live, and that's our bad. We'll be right back here for the start of the second set in just a moment.
Listen up, high school sports fans. This cheer's for you.
You're number one! You're number one!
Why all the love? Why do we think you're number one?
Because as high school athletes, we know there is no us without you.
We know that when you buy a ticket to see an IHSAA game or meet, you're helping pay for new uniforms, safer equipment, or even a bus ride to the game.
But we also know what you're really saying is, I believe in you. I believe you could be somebody.
When you think about all of the opportunities your attendance at an IHSAA athletic event creates,
And the fact that you paid for your ticket,
well, fantastic doesn't begin to describe how we feel about you.
high school sports,
You pay,
we play.
everybody wins.
This message brought to you by the IHSAA, encouraging you to go to a high school game this week and help build a future that benefits us all.
All right, we get this second set back underway. Triton won that opening one, 25-15. These two teams met, I believe it was last week. Triton won that conference matchup. So they're still undefeated in the Hoosier North Athletic Conference. You know where it's at? Yep. Okay. Come straight back, okay?
Even though we'll play LaVille today, that doesn't count for conference.
Yep, does not count for conference. So on that back row, we have Pizer, Pearl, and Burnt, Overmeyer, Sieber, and Garland on the front row there for Culver. Veers, Feldman, and Lenadahl on the front line, with Madeline Kinsey, Atkins, and Taryn Yates in the back row there for the Trojans. And Madeline goes back to serve. Dahl goes here, and opening serve goes into the net. Just trying to catch him napping, trying to drop it across the top of the net. Couldn't quite work there. It's Pizer now to serve. Addison Veer swings through the block. Yates answers. Addison Veer's back across. Byrne with a nice shot to get it back. Addison Veers the approach. Kill shot for Addison Veers. knotted up at 1. She said the scoreboard got unplugged down there.
I don't know what happened. It didn't have an IP address, so I figured it. Don't know.
Lena Dahl sends it across. Ball goes out of bounds. Triton takes her first lead here of the second set. And good tip there by Dante to try to put it back into play. That was a strong hit there from Burnt. Good recovery by Triton as Garland will get across just through the block. And the point for Culver. As Overmeyer back to serve. Addison veers back across. Dante sets up. Berna, she gets the hit there to go against the block of Addison Veers. 3-all now. Overmeyer goes. Nice play by Veers to stop it. Close play the net for Feldman, and she gets it across the left hand. And Addison Veers reaches up and sends that one to the back row for the kill shot. (5-3) now as Jolie goes back to serve. It's kind of that one that kind of gets them started early. And Pearl swings, just tips the top of the finger off the fingertips of Addison Veers as Yates goes cross court. Exchange going here as Seaver the block. Addison Veers goes back row. Pearl was there to answer. Overmeyer to get it across. Addison Veers right back. Veers calling for it, gets it back across. Dante plays it back across, and it was a good approach by Burnt. Just not quite in play. It's a good setup there by Dante. As Groves now to serve. It's a Seaver, and unfortunately that goes off the side there for her. And there's an ace for Triton, their third ace here of the match. 13th on the day. We'll get a timeout. Of course, the fundraiser going on today for the Triton volleyball team.
Our Uber driver or Uber Eats driver is coming over to get the tickets.
Okay. Make sure we better get those out then, I guess.
Even though it's right outside the door, we just.
Oh, hey, you know, this it's the courtside service, if you will. Coach Perry's in the house watching today. She will be back. We'll have her for some games this season, and we'll have her for sectionals and all postseason. Got her lined up for that one. She's in a little bit of a process trying to get some things kind of situated, so when she gets that stuff taken care of, she'll be back with us. Told me she's been watching all the broadcasts, so she's been keeping tabs on us.
I guess I don't. Well, last year the sectional was supposed to be Oregon Davis, but ended up being here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's back there or Culver or somebody probably knows out there.
Well, I worry about that until we get to it. So or at least the week before. I'll worry about it then. And Garland now back to serve as they trail by 3 here in the second set. Yates goes cross court. Yates drops it right here on the near side. Twisted that ball right here where there's an empty spot there. As Darnell will check in for Culver. And Danny's gone to the notebook. Veers back across. Burton now to serve. Yates hits that one. Couldn't quite clear the net. Of course, like we said, we got Danny along with us today. As Burton will serve this one across. Now Lindahl trying to work it across. Now it goes through strong. Of course, Danny this year, her handwriting is getting a lot better.
Thank you.
Her math skills are improving, but there's something else you started doing. You did it the other night, your first ever practice.
I was doing ballet, and this is my second time I did it so far.
Do you like it? What do you do in ballet? Do you stand there and look crazy or what?
So we like dance sometimes, and in Frozen we did a couple things sometimes, but we're not doing Frozen this time.
Okay. Yeah, you got to dress up as a princess for the last one. You went as
Frozen.
Yeah, that movie that your dad doesn't like because I don't think it's right for people to sing in the woods.
Oh, whatever.
People do not sing in the woods. Have you ever heard me sing in the woods? I'm just saying.
Shush.
Huh? Have you ever heard your dad sing in the woods?
Have you heard your mom sing in the woods?
Well, my mom's crazy. Let's not bring Grandma into this. Remember, Nana's like that. There's like the crazy grandma in Moana. She's the village crazy lady. Remember?
Oh my gosh, shush.
Oh boy. As Yates gets it back across. Of course, Danny likes watching the volleyball games. She doesn't miss very many of them. Overmeyer back across as Yates answers in the far corner. And Dahl couldn't quite get where she needed to be for that one as Culver climbing back in. It's a 1-point game here in the second set. So you think you can go out there and play volleyball one of these days when you grow, when you get bigger?
Well, you say they can't play.
Well, we'll see. There may be a chance you could.
Okay.
The doctors say it's okay. I'm sure we can make something happen.
Okay.
So, of course, because we're trying to get moved over here. As Madeline Dahl with a nice play from Taryn Yates. Overmeyer's hit couldn't quite clear the net. Service will be going to Triton next year, right? It'll be a Trojan. Coming from we're coming over here to the good town of Bourbon, right? That's what we're trying to do anyhow. Once you and your brother buy us a house, so I don't have to go do it.
Oh yeah, very fun.
So that hit goes out of bounds.
My favorite person.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Wish I had the mute button for at home. Her and her brother are fighting. Pizer get blocked up there front by Dahl and Veers. It's Malindahl in the back row. Lena goes across and drops it right there, and a diving Sieber couldn't quite bring it back. And Triton extending their lead as they got within one. Culver's playing strong here in the second set. Showing a lot of heart here this morning. And an ace from Madeline Dahl. 4 by what I've wrote down. I think there's only been 4 aces. I could be wrong because Danny and I were talking. Sieber blocked by Veers. She's pretty fired up about that ballet stuff, though. I don't quite understand how that operates. All I know is that Shaq did it at one point in time. So, well, he's a big guy. That's a lot of pro athletes will do stuff like that in yoga to learn how to balance and their coordination. Which for Danny and her condition, this is something she's trying. They say it's really good with the repetition and for her muscle memory. This Dahl going to set up Addison Veers, and that hit comes right back. Felt like it hit the top of the net there. She gets it back across. Oh, and Danny walked away because she's got a big compliment. You just got a big compliment. Kaden, remember Mr. Kaden, right? The broadcast with me? It comes to the house, Kaden. Not your brother. He just said you're a better broadcaster than he is. Just saying. Told you he'd be listening. As Overmeyer going to swing away, so Kaden is on remote support this morning. Kinsey Atkins back across. Burnt swings through and kills it. Here, do you want her to take it? Danny, come here. Yeah. Here. Danny's going to open the door for her now, so she can walk through this time. So, if I missed anything, it looks like there have been some rallies here. Culver climbing back into this one. Kinsey Atkins out with the serve. Pizer answers as Pearl hit it. Kinsey Atkins there to keep it alive. Yates back row. They're going to say it was tipped. As Triton hits the 20-point mark. Atkins down to serve. Good attempt by Oliveras. As Kinsey Atkins goes back, Triton now 4 points away. And an ace for Kinsey Atkins. Atkins to go again. Pizer adjusts well. Get it across. Snyder plays it away from the net, and Triton can't quite get it there. Get some substitutions here. Denham checks in. I don't have number 30. So just clears the net. Yates rolls it just past it. Kenzie Atkins stops it. Nice play by Snyder to keep it alive. Culver rotating around as Overmeyer winds up and swings through. Kenzie Atkins with the dig. Jolie Groves keeps down alive. Malindahl tips it across. Pizer now goes back row. Kill shot for Malindahl on the back line. 2 points away now. Yeah, that's yours. Culver couldn't quite get it across there as it's now match point for the Big Blue Slam here in this third game of the morning, at least on this side. Couldn't tell you what's going on over there because I haven't made it that far.
We should have a bracket somewhere. I haven't ventured out.
Pearl now to serve. Snyder up to Feldman. Blocked up front there by Pizer. She'll roll it across. Feldman trying to end it. And does. And Triton takes this one 25-17. As our next match will be LaVille and Argus, and then Triton and LaVille. And then Argus and Culver, I do believe, to end out this morning's games here on In the Trench. And we'll be back for the next one right here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.